Hey y'all, welcome back to the Libs Reacts channel. I'm Libs and today we are watching season 6 episode 3 of Game of Thrones. This episode is titled Oathbreaker, which coincidentally I am watching this episode the day that I have edited the episode from season 4 titled Oathkeeper. So it's playing on, at least the title of this episode is really calling back to obviously Jaime Lannister, Brienne of Tarth, and almost everyone, given that at some point or another everyone in this show makes some sort of oath. I guess maybe that's too, I'm thinking too absolute about that, because some people definitely have not made oaths. But regardless, I'm excited to get into this episode. I'm hoping we get to catch up with Dany, and I'm hoping we get to catch up with what's happening with Jon Snow. So I'll see you in the episode if you want full-length reactions. Don't forget to head on over to Patreon for that content. Otherwise, don't forget to hit like and subscribe here on the channel. And I'll see you in the episode. Oh, yes. But also, oh no. Welcome back, babe. Welcome back. Oof. Ooh, oh.
They stabbed me.
Ollie.
I shouldn't be here.
Nope.
After they stabbed you, after you died, where did you go? What did you see?
Oh.
Nothing.
Nothing?
There was nothing at all.
Uh-oh.
The Lord let you come back for a reason. Stannis was not the prince who was promised, but someone has to be.
Damn! You rode so hard for Stannis. Oh, she's really, when she walked away, she walked away.
You were dead. And no, you're not. That's completely fucking mad, seems to me. I can only imagine how it seems to you.
Oh.
I did what I thought was right, and I got murdered for it.
Yeah.
You clean up as much of the shit as you can.
I don't know how to do that. I failed.
No, if there's one character that didn't really need to be humbled, it's Jon Snow.
Now go fail again.
Oh, hell yeah. Actually, hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that determination in his eyes. Now go fail again. He's gonna say what he needs to say on their level. Oh, look who it is. Respect?
They think you're some kind of god.
Uh-oh.
Man who returned from the dead.
Yeah.
I saw your pecker. What kind of god would have a pecker that small?
Okay. Oh.
Your eyes are still brown. Is that still you in there? I think so. Hold off
I
on
think
burning
so.
my body for now.
I was kind of afraid it might end up being Bran, but...
You sure that's still you in there?
Oh. Okay, well that doesn't fill me with hope.
Did I ever tell you I used to think the sea was called the sea because it was nothing but water as far as the eye could see? Sea. They're spelled different, but they sound the same.
Yeah.
Are you going to be sick?
Oh.
Be in the south soon. I'm excited to see Old Town. The captain says it's the most beautiful city in Westeros.
She is glowing. Positively glowing.
No. The Citadel doesn't admit women. There won't be a place for you there. Off a little Sam.
Where are they gonna have to go then?
I don't have a Jon Snow or Maester Aemon to help me bend the rules.
I'll stay in Old Town then.
By yourself? With a baby and no money?
But what's the plan, Sam?
Not going to Old Town. Where are you taking me?
To my home.
Oh, to his family? The dad who hates you?
Well, my father, but my mother's a kind woman and my sister's lovely.
Okay.
Wherever you go, I go too. That's what you said.
Ooh. That is what Sam said. What do you have to say about that, Sam? You gonna evade the Citadel?
That's all I want. To become a maester so I can help Jon when the time comes. So you'll be safe.
Us and everyone else in the world.
I don't care about them. Well, I do. But I don't really.
Who cares about you, Gilly?
You're the only one who ever has.
Oh.
We trust you.
I'd feel better if you threw something at me and stormed off.
I'd never do that to the father of my son.
Oh.
That's my father.
The man beside him is Howland Reed, Mira's father.
Oh. It's little Ned. I mean, not little, but it's a younger Ned.
Lord Stark,
I looked for you on the Trident.
we weren't there.
Your friend, the usurper, would lie beneath the ground if we had been.
Friend.
Mad King is dead.
Robert.
Rhaegar lies beneath the ground. Why weren't you there to protect your prince?
Our prince wanted us here.
Huh.
Where's my sister?
I wish you good fortune in the wars to come. And now it begins.
Whoa. He's the greatest swordsman, isn't he?
Now it ends.
Oh. Oh. Ah. Ooh. Oh.
He's better than my father.
Far better.
Oh. Far better. Okay. No need to be mean. No.
He stabbed him in the back.
Yep. Oof.
What's in the tower?
That's enough for one day.
His sister.
Father!
Butterfly effect and all. You really shouldn't speak in those moments.
Why did you do that? Take me back there. I want to go back.
No.
Oh.
He heard me.
Maybe
Maybe.
he heard the wind.
He heard me.
Yeah, and you shouldn't do that.
Stay too long where you don't belong, and you will never return.
Why do I want to return?
Oh.
So I can talk to an old man in a tree.
You think
Bran.
years watching the world from a distance as the roots grew through me?
So why did you?
I was waiting for you.
Hmm.
You must learn
Learn what?
everything.
Okay, no big deal. I wouldn't call that home. Ooh. They have stripped her of her dragons.
Anna Churikim Kali Vijvina.
Tishishilakiera. Anha Vinisarak. Mayera Dakshuris Lishun.
Oh.
Vias Annie was Ginny Mashafko.
Shirikumun Kali Vijvina. Shilo Meme Vasila Vayasheres. Yarun Kisi. Yevotu.
Yeah, she knows.
Akisha Meshish Gashkashi. Bosma Aikisha Kota Inosho. Ashiraki Gori. Hajinan Haliman.
Fortunate enough? What do you mean fortunate enough?
Khalicia Dosh Khalian.
Sek, Irgele Shiti Astrivari Halimai. Bosmaria Vos. Yer Yome Raeshese.
Uh-oh, so then what?
Ayoran Makashun. Askoya Jinon.
The best she can hope for. Yeah, I fear that is true.
You look lovely today, my dear. You really do. How you climbed all those steps without breaking a sweat.
If you're going to torture me, just call them back and get on with it.
Nah, he wants the tea, girl.
My job is to find the right answers. Do you know how I do that? I do it by making people happy. And you've helped the sons of the Harpy murder the Unsullied and the Second Sons.
Yep.
And the Second Sons are foreign soldiers, brought here by a foreign queen to destroy our city and our history.
Ooh, destroy our history. Can't blame them for saying that.
I think it's important that you try to see things from my perspective, just as I will try to see them from yours. Because that is the only way that I can make you and Dom happy.
Dom?
Such a handsome boy. Those big brown eyes. Good luck keeping the ladies away.
Ooh, she's a kid.
You're a true liberator, aren't you? You won't torture me, you'll just threaten my son.
Yikes.
Your boy is in no immediate danger. This, I swear to you.
No immediate danger.
You did conspire to kill the Queen's soldiers. We both know the penalty for that crime.
Death, I imagine.
How will poor Dom get on without his mother?
Yeah.
And with his breathing.
So he's offering her life. Ooh.
So either you kill me or they do.
Yes. From your perspective, this is a problem. There is a third option, though.
Finally, we get to see Varys at work.
I've already booked passage for a woman and her young son. I'll even throw in a bag of silver to help you start again.
That's a big bag of silver.
A new life for you and Dom. Or...
I would like more of a front row seat to Varys' handiwork. That is pretty spectacular manipulation.
A wise man once said, the true history of the world is a history of great conversations in elegant rooms.
Who said this?
Me.
Okay. She doesn't give a fuck.
I was busy learning who funds the Sons of the Harpies. The good masters of Astapor and the wise masters of Yunkai, with help from their friends in Volantis.
We don't even have to worry about the local rebellion. We only have to worry about the 3 rich foreign cities paying for it.
Oof.
Masters speak only one language. They spoke it to me for many years. I know it better than my mother tongue. If we want them to hear us, we must speak it back to them.
You may be right.
So we will fight them?
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's a conversation.
Ooh.
Can you little birds get a message to the good masters of Astapor, the wise masters of Yunkai, and the benevolent enslavers of Volantis?
Of course, men can be fickle, but birds I always trust.
That worked out rather nicely.
Will Lord Varys ever come back?
You miss him?
He called us his little birds.
Oh, his little birds are not actual birds.
If any of your friends like sweets or need help, they can always come to me. All I need in return are whispers.
want little birds in dawn, in Highgarden, in the north. If someone is laughing at the queen who walked naked through the streets covered in shit, I want to hear.
Everyone is. Everyone is. It's iconic though, Susie. Don't worry. Don't worry. Iconic. Shame, shame, shame.
And what he's done to Gregor Clegane is an abomination. We never sanctioned this experiment. And I, for one, think it will be in our best interest to have the beast destroyed.
Uh-oh. Hello.
My mother.
I was invited, my dear, to help deal with several troublesome issues, such as the Queen's imprisonment.
Oh.
It's well past time we address the abuses I endured.
Marjorie is the Queen.
Queen Mother.
This is a small council meeting. You have no position on the small council.
Oh, wow.
The Lord Commander of the Kingsguard does have a position on the...
Okay, but Susie doesn't.
Sir Gerald Hightower had a seat on the Mad King's Council. Of course, that was the Mad King.
The same women who murdered Marcella have overthrown House Martell and taken control of Dawn. We've got a lot to discuss. All of us, together.
He's not wrong. Those are actually really good points and things we do need to discuss and
You
get our
cannot
get
make
back
us stay.
on. Oh.
Not unless you're going to have that thing murder us all.
Uh-oh. Well, you can try to force your way into the council, or the council can walk their asses away from you. Oh. Tommen. Tommen in his listen to mommy era.
My mother would like to see her daughter's final resting place.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. That's not possible. Not yet.
When will it be possible?
When she's fully atoned for her sins.
When will that be? And what else does she have
must
to
stand
do?
trial before 7 septums, so we can learn the true extent of her sins.
Oh.
I am the king.
You are.
Look, I'm rooting for both sides here.
The crown and the faith are the twin pillars of the world. Do you know who told me that? Your mother.
Oh.
My mother who still needs to atone after all you've put her through.
Tom. Oh. Look at him, he's growing up.
How did men and women first come to feel the mother's presence?
Tommen is really susceptible to
It was through their own mothers.
taking in information.
There's a great deal of falsehood in Cersei, you know that. But
And,
when
like,
she speaks of
respecting
you,
people
the
and
mother's love
listening.
outshines it all.
He's not super stubborn, which I think might be his downfall.
It's a great gift. One I never had. Envy. One more thing for me to atone for.
Okay.
It's what the gods want. They make their will known to us, and it's up to us to either accept or reject it. Please.
Tommen is too susceptible to reason.
If we're to be just
Sweet little king.
and good, then we accept it, all of us, even kings. A true leader avails himself of the wisest counsel he can, and no one is wiser than the gods.
My grandfather once said something similar. Except for the part about the gods.
As they work through your mother, there's so much good in all of us. The best we can do is to help each other bring it out.
Again, too susceptible to reason. One of my favorite things about him, but it might be his downfall.
Who are you?
No
one. They may be dead for all the girl knows.
She is gonna become so powerful, which is terrifying because she has a darkness in her.
Arya Stark left him to die. He was on her list. He was not on her list anymore.
Oh.
Didn't she want him dead any longer?
No.
She sounds confused.
Yeah. She does.
Who else was on Arya Stark's funny little list?
Cersei
Funny little
Lannister.
list.
Gregor Clegane. Frey.
That can't be everyone you want to kill.
Which name would you like a girl to speak?
Ooh, Arya! Nice! Look at her go. She's ready.
If a girl tells me her name, I will give her eyes back.
A girl has no name.
Is she really gonna give her eyes back? She get to keep her life? Is that not how people die?
If a girl is truly no one, she has nothing to fear.
Wow, okay. Oh. It wasn't a trick. Careful. Careful, buddy. You just unlocked a powerful girl.
When my father became Warden of the North, your house refused to pledge their banners.
Your father was a cunt.
Hey.
My beloved father, the Warden...
Your father was a cunt, and that's why you killed him.
Oh.
I might have done the same to my father if he hadn't have done me the favor of dying on his own.
My father was poisoned by our enemies.
Right. And this guy does not believe that. You're smart.
The bastard Jon Snow led an army of wildlings past the wall. We're farther north than any of you fuckers.
Stubborn little fuckers, man. I mean, I'm too team Jon Snow. I'll always be mad at people for looking down on him for what he did. I understand.
The colder it gets, the farther south those goat fuckers will roam.
Goat fuckers?
You think a horde of wildlings can take Winterfell?
If they get Jon Snow leading them, maybe. He knows his place better than we ever will.
I mean, that's a fair point.
Why would I trust a man who won't honor tradition?
Your father honored tradition. Knelt for Robb Stark. Called him King of the North. Was Robb Stark right to trust your father?
Then it appears we're at a bit of an impasse.
Fuck kneeling. And fuck oaths.
Oh! He said fuck oaths.
I prefer redheads.
A girl. Aye. A wild one.
No!
I like them wild.
And a boy. Nice and young.
No. Rickon. I didn't think we'd ever see him again, and this is the worst.
Rickon Stark.
Oh, no, 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 no.
How do I know that's Rickon Stark?
No.
Welcome home.
Why does Ramsay get everything? He's the luckiest bastard in the world.
It's time.
Oh.
If you have any last words, now is the time.
You shouldn't be alive. It's not right.
Neither was killing me.
I had a choice, Lord Commander. Betray you, or betray the Night's Watch. I pray I'd make the right choice again.
I'm sure you would, Sir Alistair.
I fought. I lost.
Mm-hmm. At least he's going out with dignity, I guess.
Lord Snow, you'll be fighting their battles forever.
Now the real question is Ollie up here. Ooh. Sorry, Ollie. He was so young. You gotta do it. That was horrific noises. We can all feel pretty bad for Ollie, to be fair. He was guided by heartbreak for losing his parents, watching his parents die. And too young to...
Should burn the bodies.
You should.
Oh. Oh.
What do you want me to do with this?
Wear it.
Is he leaving?
You have Castle Black.
Oh.
My watch is ended.
Technically, he did die. So I don't know, free pass? So far, the Jon Snow situation is more okay than I would have expected and or anticipated. I really did think it would be really, really bad to have him back alive. I thought there would be more of a negative side, and I do still think the negative side of him coming back to life will appear. But for now, you know, he got his get back. Ollie is a really sad part of that story, because we can understand why Ollie felt the way he did. And when you're heartbroken like that, when you see your family die, your parents killed, of course you're going to want your revenge. Of course you're going to distrust a group of people that killed your parents. And then when that emotion is harbored by other people who are grown and have the tools and have the capacity to get revenge and dislike the choices of someone like Jon Snow, Ollie was just a little young buck. He's not gonna have any sort of brain development or awareness of life or the world to be like, to do a yes and, like a yes, this sucks, and Jon Snow is a good leader, or any other yes ands that you want to put in there. Of course, I very openly admit that I am a Jon Snow loyalist. Sometimes that does blindside me to certain things. I do think stabbing him was, if there's going to be an oath break, that was a pretty big oath break, in my opinion. Jon leaving is technically an oath break, isn't it? To leave the Night's Watch. But also, technically, he died. So, like, isn't it something like until you die? Didn't say if you come back to life, you gotta stay. And also, I kind of feel like the Night's Watch is in shambles. Like, I do feel like it's crumbling down around us, and the oaths that they took, like, are not nearly as ironclad as maybe they were in the past. Of course, but on the other hand, maybe we need them to be more ironclad than ever. And we'll see how those dominoes affect the rest of the story with the Night's Watch in episodes to come. I am sure of it. I am sure. On the topic of monsters, we're not on that topic at all, but I'm going to swing us over to this. Arya Stark is going to be a terrifying menace, I fear. I do. I adore her. I'll have her back the entire way. But she does have a darkness inside of her, and she will be scary. Now that she's as powerful as she is and is going through this training and expanding who she is by becoming no one and expanding her power by becoming no one, I'm excited to see what she does, but also I hope it doesn't come down to hurt the people that I care about and love. So we'll see how that all goes. On the exact opposite side of any sort of monster or dark energy is sweet little Tommen, who is doing his very, very best to be a leader and be a king. And I just wish Cersei would get out of his way. Like, I do think if he had a strong council that wasn't Cersei, he could lead in a very positive way. But I do fear that he's essentially pulled in two different directions. So he's like on one of those torture devices that like just pulls you apart, because he's gonna be pulled by every type of reason he can find in the world. If someone can express with reason like why they believe what they believe is correct, I think Tommen's gonna listen, and I think he's gonna be susceptible to that, and I don't think he's gonna be stubborn in how he is, which is a trait that I can admire, but not for a king. I fear. I'm scared, but also excited. But also we have heard the prophecy that all 3 of Cersei's children will be shrouded in gold cloaks or whatever. Cloaked in gold shrouds. They're all gonna die. So I feel like the writing is on the wall there, but I do want him to get Marjorie out, and I think the next I'm kind of annoyed that it's like we're still in this situation. Like, I feel like we've had too many episodes of this same cadence of High Septon baloney, and I'm ready for it to get to like the peak, you know? I think that story has been moving on a little bit slowly. So I'm hopeful that we'll get more of a conclusion there soon. That's not to say that the story has been done poorly there. It's just like, okay, it's kind of like, all right, we get it. We know what you stand for. Like, can we get the show on the road? Okay. Can we get the show on the road? That might just be my opinion. I might just be a little antsy lady who is ready to see Marjorie again, because I love her character. And I think she's a good balance to Cersei. I think she's a good balance to Tommen. I think she's a good balance for King's Landing. And by balance, I mean like a contrast and conflict, which I think is good. I do. I think contrast and conflict is what makes this show really, really good. And right now we're kind of missing it. We really are. So I'm ready to get it back. And I'm also really nervous to see what happens with Dany, and also what happens with every part of Dany's story right now. So we'll see what happens there. Surely in episodes to come. Again, if you want full-length reactions, are over in Patreon. While I have your attention, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.